Hi everyone, so could things get much worse for Microsoft right now? We've had the sales data for June, and unfortunately it seems that Sony came out on top again. That's even with Microsoft having done a price drop of $100, getting rid of the Kinect, doing an unbundled Xbox One, as well as some game bundles as well, and they doubled their sales numbers, but they're not saying what those sales numbers are. Sony, on the other hand, is more than happy to simply say they won June. So that's 6 straight months in a row for Sony, and Microsoft really doesn't have any games coming up this year, which I think are going to turn people's heads. From what I'm hearing at retailers, Sony is selling PlayStation 4s on the strength of the Destiny beta alone. People are picking up PlayStation 4s so they can jump into the beta. I mean, that's a pretty watershed moment in gaming, it has to be said. What this really means for Microsoft is they are in a perilous position right now. If you look at the slate of games they've got coming up, right up until next year, there's nothing really there that screams console shipper. Now I know a lot of Xbox gamers may disagree with me, but I don't see a Halo Anniversary Edition as being, well, anything really. It's the thinnest end of the thinnest wedge. If they had Gears of War this year, if they had the next actual true full Halo game brand new for next gen, we might be talking a different game. But actually what we really have this year is an awful lot of, well, boring looking games, no real big heavy hitters, and nothing in my opinion that I would say is a true first party title that is going to ship consoles. What we have is a lot of cross-platform titles, but Microsoft seems to be deficient right now. This is part of the problem Microsoft has, and I warned about going back a fair few months now. Because of the development pipeline that games tend to work through, you can't suddenly just magic up a new Halo, a new Gears of War, etc. Microsoft is kind of locked into this next 18-month cycle, and they're going to have to just ride it out. They're going to have to basically take the flak of not having any real head-turning games for a little while. Now this might change come 2015, 2016, but around that time Nintendo is going to drop its new Fusion console. On paper at least, what we're hearing coming out of games developers is Fusion is actually going to be more powerful than the PlayStation 4. If Microsoft doesn't have content to sell their console, they're just going to look completely blown out of the race. So what do you think? Let me know in the comments. Do you agree, disagree with me? What game do you think Microsoft has coming up over the next 18 months that is really going to sell these consoles? And what do you think of Sony, still 6 months without dropping their sales numbers behind Microsoft? Do let me know in the comments. Do please subscribe if you're not already, and do please throw a like on this video.